All sorts of things can go wrong, but it's so hard to get it right, and they've been practicing all week, and this is where it really counts and where it finally sort of pays off, all those hours that they spend doing the same lap over and over again. Speaking of the lap itself, it's a really good lap, as we're watching qualifying, I think, at the moment, which is literally just begun. And I believe Graham Carroll is currently on pole with a 55.709, and he's set the fastest time in all three sectors out of the 4 laps or so that have been done so far. And I mentioned Bono Huis next fastest on a 56.1, followed by Dom Duhan, Jose Moura, and Camille Franzak. Carlos Ayar has the 10th place grid drop, so he'll be at the back, not in 13th. But yeah, and that just means that Mondu and Gian Trovo move up a place. Off we go. And oh no, wait, yeah, there we go. Whoa. Yeah, so Carroll taking an early lead ahead of Franzak. No big change. A couple of guys side by side. Not sure of that. I think that's Wyatt Gooden and making up a place there. Someone dropping back there. One of the red line cars, actually. Oh, we're seeing a replay here. This must be what happened at the back, I presume. Oh no, that's Dom Duhan who's crashed out, and he's taken someone with him. And Mondu has dropped out as well, so seems to be trouble back there. Oh, look, that must have been where he must have hit turn 8. There was like half a second between them. It was like impossible to split them. At no point did Mitros give him any room to get through, so I imagine that Michael Dinkler is looking to replicate that. Kieran Blacklock dropping out of 7th position. This is him, I think, or is this who we saw going into turn 8? Oh, yes, he's hit the inside of turn 8. And once you get that one chance, you've got to take it. And oh, as we see someone really in the middle of the road there, and thankfully, I think, able to avoid everyone. But yeah, that must be one of the back markers. Hard to tell who, but in the dark green car.
So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not he can put the magnets on for the rest of the race, get himself up there for that 45th lap. Of course, it only matters if you're in the top 5 for one lap.
Retiring, so something terrible. Franzak has sort of lost his groove a bit here, and it's kind of, oh, he's hit the inside.
After the pits have levelled out, so Dinkle probably still in a net top 5 position, even if he's not ahead of Gooden and Boldy after that incident.
I keep seeing a car going very slowly without its front wing. I'm convinced that's Gian Trovo, the green car, because I've just seen him being lapped what feels like every lap from what we've been watching. I don't mean to be harsh or anything, it's just sort of quite noticeable that there is a slow car. I'm sorry if it's not you, Jan, but I see you at the back and sort of behind the guys, 4 laps down the leader. I'm sort of assuming that it's you I keep seeing being lapped, but you've just gained a place now from Franzak, so yeah.
You know, it's important that you say that Carroll's having a clean race. I mean, of course, tomorrow's race, we've mentioned it before this afternoon,
all over the place.
It's going to be, tomorrow's race is going to be, we're seeing a DNF here from Dinkle dropping out
of Michael Dinkle.
Position. Is there debris on the ground there? Is that turn 3? So it's going to be interesting to see what happened to Dinkle.
Yeah, that's a big disappointment. Here we are. This is Mr. Dinkle. So what happens? Oh, it's that dreaded turn 8. He's hit the inside and gone all wobbly, yeah. And suspension probably too badly damaged by that, I imagine. The underside of his car got right wrecking there. Oh, is it Graham Carroll? Oh, this must be him changing cars, obviously. I really hope so. He's not just retired, has he? Yeah, it must be. It would be obscenely crazy if he was not. It seems to be quite slow coming out. Is there a problem here? Is he's lost position to Huis? He just drove into the garage and he's just come out, and now he's in the box that he needed to be in to get into his new car. Oh, it must be very frustrating for Graham Carroll right now. He's lost the lead to Bono Huis, and this could come back to bite him in the final.
Absolutely, and Gooden all over the back of Carroll now. That's
Gogo Boldy is just retired. Gogo Boldy from 4th place is just retired as well. So it's really kicking off now. It's my only explanation.
Or accelerating out that corner, picked up a little bit of oversteer just on the way out before he flicked right, and then he found him. We've seen on this track, you know, much more than Long Beach 2 weeks ago. It's possible to make moves here. It's a track where overtaking and clean overtaking is isn't too difficult.
Gian Trovo really ailing right now as we see him being lapped once again, and Gogo Boldy finally been. Oh, I'm not sure quite what happened there. I looked away to the timing screen and suddenly saw Jan facing the wrong way down the track and looking down the escape road. But I guess this doesn't help that he's missing a front wing. But yeah, Gian Trovo back marker, well, definitely back marker in this race. Sort of doing well to stay in it, considering the amount of high-profile retirements we've seen so far. But yeah, I have a feeling that Gian Trovo sort of not really showing the pace he would have hoped, and I don't want to be too harsh on him, even though he's at least 7 laps down by now.
Yeah, I mean, tough for him. At the same time, important to stay in these races, even if you're having a tough time.
Yeah,
I mean,
you still score. And I don't know, I guess with the as we see someone that looked like Gian Trovo pacing the wrong way at the hairpin. We just cut away there, so I'm not sure if he got out of that one, but I'm kind of hoping for his sake he did, because he's already been a bit embarrassed today. And Gian Trovo pits now once again for what feels like a ridiculous. There's too many times, Jan. You need to sort of persevere a bit more, unless there's some sort of suspension issue that makes it undrivable, which there may well be by this point, knowing Jan's escapades. But in fact, there's the proof in the pudding on why.
I don't think there's any repairing. I don't think there's any repairing that, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jan. I'm so sorry. Oh, I think it's time to retire. It's just the way he got stuck on the awning there, and just I feel sorry.
We've seen a few guys do it without front wings over the course of this.
To be fair, Graham Crowder did a kind of similar thing in the pits, so
yeah, exactly.
It happens to the best of them.
It does. It certainly does. Wyatt Gooden here.
It's very easy to look down on ridicule Gian Trovo. The statistics say he qualified 7.8 seconds off the pace and was lapped 9 times in the course of the 25 laps he completed. But Gian is so much more than a couple of unflattering statistics on a screen. He embodies the true spirit of the Road to Vegas competition, to never give up, no matter how unlikely success may seem. Ultimately, I learned a lot about myself commentating on Jan's race. Well, okay, I learned nothing about myself actually, but I learned a lot about how to drive really slowly and letting lapped cars through. And in the end, isn't it the underdogs who teach us more about ourselves? Isn't there a little Gian Trovo ultimately in all of us? No? Must just be me then.